I'm Doop Mun, and as a fan of all things Paper Mario, I have of course scoured the internet in search of the perfect literary pieces that portray my favorite Paper Mario characters to perfection. And in my search, I have found such a piece. Tell me, when it comes to fabled tales of romance and desire, who do you think of that Doopless would yearn after? Probably Vivian or Goombella. But no, that's what the uncultured amongst you all would say. For the real spark of love comes from the passion that ignites only when Doopless and Belden meet. We are fortunate today to be graced with author and visionaries Horror 101's masterpiece, simply called Of Freak Sheets and Shadow Sirens. My excitement cannot be contained any longer. Let us delve into this tale of whimsy. It begins with an important author's note. The perspective of the excerpts will change from Belden to Doopless, in that order, and there will also be a third-person perspective excerpt, or two, as well. Remember that. We shall. Of Freak Sheets and Shadow Sirens, a one-shot. Touch. I couldn't explain it, but I enjoyed hanging out with Freak Sheet, or, as he enjoyed telling me, Doopless. One of the reasons I enjoyed being with him is because whenever we touched, mostly by accident, I'd become all warm and fuzzy inside. It was really weird at first, but I enjoyed the feeling, believe it or not. And it wasn't just me that felt it. Hey Belden, have you ever felt weird whenever we come into contact with each other? I started.
You mean you feel it too?
He also did a start before saying, "Whoa man, that is too freaky. What do you suppose it means?"
I have no idea. Go ask Vivian. She's better at this than I am.
Okay, Miss Grumpy Pants. I grabbed a pillow and threw it at him, but then he just dodged, blew a raspberry at me, and ran off laughing. Flower. I was walking along the pathway leading to my house, the creepy steeple, when I noticed something off in the distance. Growing curious, I approached it and noticed that it was a patch of black tulips. For some reason, I grabbed one and brought it to Belden.
There you are, freaking a sheet. What took you so long?
Well, excuse me for bringing you a gift, and my name is Doopless. She looked startled.
A gift? What kind of gift?
I grew bashful as I showed her the tulip.
A flower?
Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm giving you this, but I just saw the color and I knew that most women like flowers, so, here you go.
What makes you think I like flowers?
I rolled my eyes. You know, when someone gives you a gift, the polite thing to do is take it with a smile and thank you.
I beg your pardon?
I sighed. Look, just take it. She also sighed and took it from me.
Thanks.
I smiled. There you go.
Don't push your luck, pal.
Whatever. From that moment on, Belden found herself enjoying it whenever she received one of these flowers, always taking care of it until it wilted. Parrot. Ark, hey Doopless, feed me. I just fed you, you stupid bird. He just squawked. Well, I'm hungry. Go bug Belden then. I glared at him.
No, he will not bug me for food.
Polly sighed. Well, I'm just gonna have to pester you until you feed me. And what's that supposed to mean? I got the strange feeling that he was smirking before he said,
Squawk! Doopless likes Belden. Squawk!
The both of us nearly choked to death on our tacos as he said that. Coughing, I saw Duplis whirl around and demand,
What do you mean I like her?
Polly rolled his eyes.
Come on, the two of you are constantly hanging out with each other, giving each other flowers and bickering and bantering like an old married couple. It's obvious you two like each other. No, we most certainly do not like each other. We're just friends. I've heard that one before. Shut up.
Was it just me? Or was Duplis blushing?
Well, I won't. Not until you feed me. No, you've had 20 crackers already. Squawk, Duplis wants to go out with Beldam. Squawk. No, I don't.
This continued for 5 minutes before Duplis finally got fed up and gave Polly a whole bunch of crackers.
There, you happy? Thank you.
As Polly began snacking on the crackers, Duplis sat back down. It was an awkward rest of the night. Will things recover from here? Dress. I was surprised when Beldam came to me and told me about a dress-wearing contest she came up with her sisters.
You want to what? I want to buy a dress,
she repeated.
And you're saying that the reason for this is because you accidentally made a bet with your sisters that you'd wear a dress, and that bet turned into a contest? Pretty much.
I couldn't help myself. I burst out laughing. She growled quietly, but I just laughed harder.
I'm sorry, I just never thought of you to be the dress-wearing type.
She sighed.
I know it's stupid, but I need your help. What do you need my help for? I'm not good with fashion.
A rare, out-of-character moment for Duplis.
Heck, all I wear is a sheet, a party hat, and a bow tie.
She rolled her eyes.
I know that, but I need outside opinion. That's not my sister's. Why can't it be your sister's? It was a rule we made to prevent cheating. Ah, yes. That makes sense. Look, can we please hurry? Okay, let's just go to a Koopa Mall. They have 3 different stores that sell dresses. Good. Now I want something that is $30 or less, not too fancy and purple, not to mention... ...
Oh boy, what have I gotten myself into?
Hey, are you done yet? Calm down, freak sheet. This is my first time wearing a dress, so I just need to work out some complications. Give me 5 minutes.
10 minutes later, she was finally done. And let me tell you, she was so worth the wait. Like she had wanted, she got a simple purple and cheap dress that fit loosely around the shoulders and waist. It was light purple, while the sleeves and sash around the waist were darker purple. It fit her skin color, and her hat perfectly.
Well?
You're beautiful, she started, and then blushed.
You think so?
Yes, I really hope you weren't planning on getting rid of that dress when the contest was over.
Of course I wasn't, you idiot.
Good, because you really ought to keep the dress, and wear it once more.
Really?
Yeah, really. Man, you're totally gonna kick Marilyn Beldam's butts with your dress. Her face became redder. As for the contest, the results were Beldam coming first place, with Vivian and Marilyn tying for second place. Sunset. I've never admitted this to anyone, but I've always found sunsets rather beautiful. Being a shadow siren, I've always disliked being in bright places. I'm not like a vampire, in which I'm allergic to the light. It just bugs me. Which is why I've always preferred sunsets to sunrises. I've never told anyone though, since it would have embarrassed me. Freak Sheet ended up finding out though. He accidentally came across me observing the sunset when we were visiting Rogueport on tour with Flurry. I had just been minding my own business when Freak Sheet suddenly said, "What you doing?" I had involuntarily yelped and whirled around to find him with a curious look on his face.
Duplis.
He smirked.
So you finally correctly said my name. Never mind that. What are you doing here?
He shrugged.
Nothing much. I was just going to tell you that there's been a change of plans and we're leaving tomorrow. But what are you doing? Nothing.
He stared confusedly at me before smirking.
You like sunsets, don't you? No.
His smirk only deepened.
Yes, you do. Why else would you be out here looking up at the sky? So what if I do? I live in Twilight Town, so it's not like it's a hobby of mine.
True. My eyes widened as I suddenly realized something.
You aren't gonna tell anyone else, are you?
He chuckled.
Yuck, yuck, yuck. No, I won't. I can tell this is something that you don't want too many people finding out about, so I won't tell a soul without your consent. First, I promise. I sighed with relief. Thank you, Doopless. He smiled. You said my name right again. Shut up. Could there be a change in mood between the two? Let's find out. Crows. Honestly, these crows are freaking annoying, I grumbled as a crow landed on my hat. This was the third one this night. Beldam smirked. They must like you. It's not funny, I grumbled as two more crows landed on my shoulders. She scoffed. Yes, it is. I growled, and Beldam started laughing even more crows started landing on me. Shoo! I screamed, and all the crows flew away, squawking and cawing as feathers filled the air. Meanwhile, Beldam was laughing so hard tears were streaming down her face. I glared at her, but she just smirked and said, You're cute when you're annoyed. For some reason, that cheered me up. Black apples. Copyright The Great Chicken Miyasama. Hey, Doopless, look! Look! I repeated, pointing to a tree with no leaves. He squinted and then exclaimed, Black apples! I grinned. Exactly. After a few minutes of difficulty, we managed to grab 2 basketfuls, eating the, quote, taboo fruit, unquote, the rest of the way home. A deep meaning from deep author. Date. Hey, Beldam. Yeah, freak sheet? I rolled my eyes and finished saying, Madame Fleury is showcasing a performance in Rogueport soon. Really? Aren't you in it? I shrugged. I asked for a break. But anyways, do you want to go with me to see it? She was quiet for a few seconds before suddenly asking, Freak sheet? Are you asking me out? On a date? I sputtered and coughed before exclaiming, What the heck is that supposed to mean? She sighed. I meant exactly what I said, idiot. Now, are you asking me out or not? You can view it that way if you want, I suppose. Then I accept. I gawked at her before smiling and saying, Alright, cool. It's our date then. And then to my slight surprise, she smiled. Kiss. Hey, Doopless. Yeah? Do you want a kiss? His eyes widened. What I mean is, when we've gone out on countless dates now, and we officially declare ourselves boyfriend and girlfriend, but we've never actually kissed before. Oh, well, I guess I haven't really thought about it. Now that you mention it, we really should kiss, shouldn't we? Yes. Well, okay. Let's kiss then. I rolled my eyes and smiled. Okay. And so, we kissed. It was just a 3-second lip lock, but it felt so nice. I enjoyed it, and I knew Doopless did too. As it turned out, Vivian and Marilyn had caught them on camera. Scandalous. Ring. I was incredibly nervous. After a year of countless dates, kisses, happy moments, sad moments, agreements, disagreements, bickerings, and banterings, I felt like it was time for the final step. And so I invited Beldam to a moonlit dinner at the creepy steeple with her favorite meal, steak and potatoes. Once she arrived in her purple dress, I greeted her and I did my best to remain calm and confident as I led her up to my little deck out of my window where the table, chairs, and food were set up. I talked a little with her about various subjects before getting to the point at hand. Beldam, how do you know when you love someone? She paused, looking thoughtful before shrugging and saying, I'm not sure. I guess when you enjoy being with that person, would do anything for their happiness and safety. If they're being insulted or in danger, you still stand up for them. That could be one way to interpret love is.
I nodded.
Well, Beldam, what about romantic love? Romantic love? Well, it's pretty much the same thing, but it's on a more personal, intimate level.
The Love Doctor Beldam.
But why do you ask?
Here it comes.
Well, the reason why I'm asking is because I need to tell you something.
I took a deep breath in and finally said,
I love you, Beldam.
Needless to say, she dropped her fork and did not bother to pick it up.
You actually love me? Yes, and there's something I need to ask you.
It took us several seconds to ask.
What is it?
I gathered up what courage I had, got up, took out a small box, opened it, to reveal an amethyst ring and dropped to one knee.
Beldam, will you marry me?
A long, tense silence commenced before Beldam smiled and simply said one word.
Yes.
And so, Beldam and Dupless got married. The ceremony was held a month later, and all of their friends, family, and residents of Twilight Town were invited. It was simple and normal, except that the theme was more goth and pure, with purple and indigo colors instead of white and pink. For the honeymoon, they vacationed in Delfino Isle. And 9 months later, they were blessed with a beautiful baby girl, who they decided to call Maria. The end. I don't know about all of you, but my heart is personally aflutter with possibilities, and I'm sorry, I feel a touch flushed right now. Thank you all for joining me for this amazing piece of literature, and I hope you all take care, and may you read many fine pieces of literature in the future. Thank you.